All right, guys, it's the top of the week. I'm at a property that just went vacant. The tenant moved out, so I'm gonna do a quick walkthrough. Actually, it's in the area that I wouldn't mind purchasing in. The owner does want to sell, so just depending on how much the owner wants, I may be purchasing this property for ourselves. Also, I don't know if he want to put it on the market in as-is condition, but if he won't sell it to us, maybe we can do a joint venture together. But let's go check it out. So it appears it's a shed in the backyard missing siding. So it looks like it did have a panel upgrade at some time, but the weatherhead, gonna definitely need to put a weatherhead on this property. Let's check the inside out. Now this is a first for me to where I walked into a property and the floors was covered. So this is your living room and dining room area. I don't think I ever visited this property. I don't know what's going on in here. I believe on this property, the owner did his own maintenance. Yeah, so my guess is it's where they had the washer. But I don't see any connections. I see the drain. Okay. Oh, okay, it's up under here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's check out the rest of it. Wall furnace. I hate these things. Oh my goodness. We got them in the apartment units, and man, they are a pain just trying to find somebody that'll work on them. Bathroom. It's quite dark. The utilities are off. The towels are loose. I don't know if you can hear it in the video as I step on them. They're crackling. It's one bedroom. And this will be bedroom number 1 or 2, but this is the second bedroom. All right, so now I'm on to the next property. This home was bought about 5 or 6 months ago, and the tenant was a paying tenant when we purchased the property. And now when COVID hit and the memorandum came about, the tenant stopped paying rent. So we filed for eviction, and so we filed for eviction. The tenant called us over the weekend and said that she moved out the property, so I'm gonna go by and check that property out. Okay, on the last video, we was at a property out in Raleigh where the tenant supposedly had moved out. I actually forgot to record, but the tenant has not moved out. Matter of fact, the house looked pretty good. They cut the grass and got branches moved to the curb. So now I just pulled up to this house that's pretty much down the street out in Raleigh. One of my clients just purchased it and gonna do some more work to it. So let's take a tour of what's been completed and what needs to be completed. Let's check it out. So right down here, we actually manage a house where those two cars are located. Now, this is what concerns me. I don't think that you can tell from the video, but whenever we have, whenever this ground starts sloping, it really concerns me about the actual drainage. And then I see we got a gas meter right here. The water meter is over here. But yeah, so don't really know what's going on in this particular area. Why is it slope on this end but nowhere else? All right, let's go check out the house. So this is the outside, this is the exterior. Let's see if we can see in the backyard. It's actually pretty nice. I think he bought it, whoever had it, I think they started renovating it, but they didn't complete it. I see they got a upgraded meter socket, weatherhead, looks good. It's got a built-in barbecue pit, nice size fenced-in backyard. Looking at this, that tells me the type of person that lived here last. They actually took care of the bushes at this property, because usually when we purchase them, the fence be full of weeds or bushes, but this tree is quite big. But this is the back exterior. I suggest we take these bars off and maybe put breakaways on there, something with a lock and key. If there's a fire, it's not good. Now, me personally, I don't too much care for the patio doors, especially with tenants. What we found in the past is that basically you got kids that's throwing rocks, throwing their toys or whatever it may be. It's kind of hard to break it, but once it cracks, it's an eyesore. But we like to get rid of those and just put some French doors in that area. Now, I hate these type locks. The reason why I hate them is because I believe this is the one that can only be keyed. It's stamped. I believe it can only be keyed to whatever it is. But anyway. So not a bad color at all. There's a lot of detail that needs to be completed at this property, but you know, for what it's gonna be, I think it's a actual. I think it's a nice place. I think he did good on this one. Look like they getting the vanity put in. Yeah, that's ugly. Definitely won't pass code then. Not a huge deal, but hey, it just shows you the workmanship of whoever's doing a renovation of this property. I mean, it's gonna be a rental, but I don't know. Anytime that you're not doing the work, I'm gonna find everything I don't like. Now, if I was doing it, it's gonna be perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I actually like this one. It's gonna make somebody really happy. All right. Make sure they come back and paint that. Now, the bedrooms are not big at all. That's gonna be one of the complaints from, real quick, I like this. So over here you have the tub and you got an access panel. Now, granted, the screws are painted in, but this is a huge help whenever you have problems with the mixer or the actual drain going out. You can get inside there and reach all the components. But I don't see where, all these bedrooms are probably around the same size. So the issue that we have when you're looking at this is where people are going to place their bed versus the TV and the cable outlet. So I'm going to tell you in the past what we've done. Let me see if you can see it. Bedroom 1 and 2, that's what I'm going to call them. We've actually tore a wall down and made this one master suite. So I doubt if he's looking to do something like that in this area. You kind of don't have to do it, but if we was like in Midtown or somewhere like that, we can tear that down and we can actually still get really good rent. Because this is what people will be looking for in that area, is a big master bedroom, but they're looking for it in this area as well. So today, me and Keisha decided to go out to a couple of vacant properties that we purchased and cut the yard. We had a crew that did this for us about a year ago, and because the market is so hot right now, it's much easier for them to find work. So the price points that we had for rental properties, they wanted more money, and we just couldn't afford to pay it. So right now what we're doing is the guys that want to work on a weekend, say a Saturday and a Sunday, we'll have them to go out and do some cutting. If not, me and Keisha will try to pick up some of the slack until we can find another crew. So let me get busy before she starts yelling at me. Okay, so we're leaving the office. I think we're heading to the title company. Where we heading?
Title company.
This is crazy this year. I've never had issues with sinus, and it's been the worst year ever for me with sinuses. So what we're going to the title company for?
To drop off an earnings money check.
Where we're going next?
Then we have 2 home inspections, 3 termite inspections, and to get an appraiser.
You got lucky. You can actually...
What?
I was going to say you can actually back up into the space behind you because... Let's see.
You want me to back up?
So, this truck is so big that we take up 2 spaces. So, that's exactly what she's doing now. Instead of backing up, that's what I would have done, is backed up in the space behind us. But she decided just to park in 2 spaces. But she's just running in, she'll be back out. And if somebody come, I just have to move the truck.